Hello and welcome to my channel. Alright, so you've been watching my videos learning all about the Bay Area. So today our spotlight is going to be City of Fremont. For those of you thinking moving into the Bay Area, you're gonna particularly love this one because City of Fremont is one of the hottest cities right now to move to. And my goodness, there's a lot to cover. So stay tuned to the end because we're gonna have some really good information for you. I am a real estate agent, so if you have any questions about moving here or anything to talk about in this video, please give me a call or text me and I would love to chat. Now, let's get into the video. So what we're going to do next, in all fairness to both cities, is compare apples to apples. San Francisco and Fremont. So let's talk about the cost of living in San Francisco for the starters. Utility, so a basic apartment, nothing big, just a basic apartment studio. As far as utilities, you're looking at $150 to $200 a month. Internet depends on the speed that you need or any other additions. You're looking at $70 minimum all the way to $100 for high speed internet and a bundle, potentially $130. That's what I pay right now, about $130, $140. Groceries for one person, just one person in San Francisco, you're looking anywhere from $400 to $600. Public transportation, which is completely normal again, is part of the living in the city, is $81 for a muni and up to $98 for BART as far as monthly passes, okay? Dining out mid-range for a restaurant, you're looking at, for two people, $70 in the low end all the way to $120. Nothing fancy, again, a nice restaurant, it won't be less than $120, okay? So that's looking as far as the cost of living. Now, let's talk about Fremont. In Fremont, for utilities in a small apartment, you're looking at $100 to $150 a month, and internet $60 to $90 a month. Groceries for one person, $350 to $500, and public transportation for a monthly pass about $98. And now dining out, same thing for two people, $60 on the best case scenario or nothing fancy, and $100 pretty much average. Okay, so that's about cost of living. Let's talk about the key difference here between these two beautiful cities. Housing cost in San Francisco has significantly higher rental and home purchase costs compared to Fremont. That's obvious. The demand and limited space in San Francisco is what drives prices up. Utilities and internet costs are slightly higher in San Francisco due to a higher services rates and taxes. Now let's talk about groceries and dining. While grocery costs are slightly higher in San Francisco, dining out is considerably more expensive due to higher restaurant and operation costs, and that goes with the city location. Okay, so that's something to consider, and I will say eat more at home for sure. Transportation in San Francisco, it is more expensive as far as public transportation. The options exist, Muni, BART, regional transit, while Fremont relies heavily on BART and regional transit. So one thing for the other. In Fremont, you're gonna need a car. That's if you can, of course. It will be just the cost of a car. In the city, a lot of people just don't own a car. It's that simple. So they have to consider that into your budget. The city is more reliable on car than public transportation. That's in general as far as budgeting. The next topic we're gonna cover today, it will be job opportunities. And see when I compare again, job opportunities will measure next to the other in side to side. So please stay tuned. The information I'm gonna give you is extremely valuable and it will really let you make the right decision based on the personal and family preferences and of course budget. In summary, let's do budget comparison between San Francisco and Fremont. So in summary, one bedroom apartment in San Francisco about $4,000, utilities about $175, internet about $85, groceries average $500 for one person, public transportation average $81, and dining out 4 times, which is nothing unusual, about $320. So the total budget estimated just for rent in San Francisco is about $5,161. Again, this is average. Now let's talk about Fremont so you can see the difference. The one bedroom apartment, again, about $2,500 average. Utilities, you're looking at about $125. Internet, average $75. And groceries, $425. Public transportation, you choose to use it, is $98. And dining out, again, 4 times, you're looking at about $280. The total budget to live in Fremont, renting for one person, is about $3,503. So that will give you an idea. Next, I'm gonna cover the same comparison, but this time with a mortgage. That way you can look at this and then compare, you know what? I'm better off in Fremont, other city other than San Francisco, or not. I can completely move to San Francisco. I'll be super happy, and you can test the waters and see if you love it or hate it. That's one of the two. And it's a beautiful city. I did reside in San Francisco for several years before I moved to the outskirts when I decided to start a family. So again, depends on where you are in your life and job priorities family. It can be a beautiful city for you, or you may want to go, you know what, I'm ready to make a move because I want to start a family and I really enjoy the city. Now it's time to move out to one of the best cities outside of San Francisco, if that flexibility exists. So that's the bottom line. I'm talking to you not as an agent, but as a family member as well, as a father, as a husband, and here we are. I love the city. It was amazing. It was very fun, but I was single. And now things have changed for the good, I have to say, and I'm moving forward. So super happy to be where I live, and I do visit the city frequently. It's fun, but again, depends on your priorities and what you want to do. Okay, so we're gonna keep exploring other aspects, especially in ownership, and we go from there. Okay, and as I promised, we're back here with the San Francisco versus Fremont median home price. I wanna compare the budget from somebody owning, not renting, but this time owning a place in San Francisco versus Fremont. So San Francisco median home price about 1.6 million, while Fremont median home price is about 1.2 million. That's again median home price. If we were to put a down payment of 20%, with an interest rate of potentially 6%, maybe 6.5%. There is good news in that, by the way. It's rumors that the interest rate is gonna drop. So let's hope on the best on that one. There's another options out there as far as taking a rate for maybe 5, 6 years, 7 years, and then based on that interest rate in the term for the 6 years versus 30 years, assuming you're not gonna stay in neither one of these cities for 30 years, because life has changes and you eventually will move. So the average family moves anywhere from 7 years to 10 years, sometimes even sooner. And so 30-year fix sometimes is not what you want. So explore those options and we'll be happy to guide you in that as well. So let's talk about just a calculation. Very quick here. So on the average price, median average price in San Francisco, 1.28 million, the amount estimated for a mortgage is about $6,110. Compared to Fremont, average price $960 for a single family home. Now you're looking at $4,590 a month. So that's a very, again, obviously it varies. You can find mansions in both places in the millions, but we're looking at medium sales price. So in a mortgage payment with a $6,110 and property taxes of 1.2 of the home value, so now you're looking in property taxes about $1,600 a month. Home insurance $150 minimum. One thing I want to mention: home insurance is getting extremely difficult to secure. It's getting harder. So my suggestion is to always talk to a trustworthy home insurance agent and make sure that you give them even the address of the property before you make an offer. It's that simple. It will take them minutes, and let them know that you're gonna be doing this often, because you need to make sure that the house is insurable, number one, and number two, you need to make sure that you count on the budget for that insurance. So be careful with the insurance. It's getting extremely difficult to insure a home in California, unfortunately. But there are programs out there. It's just gonna get pricier. So home insurance average again, $150, utilities $175, internet as we covered about $85, groceries not gonna change slightly, public transportation, dining out, all that continues. So bottom line, considering a mortgage, living in the city, you're looking at $9,021 that you need to count on expenses. Okay, so think about that, about $9,021. Now, let's move on to Fremont. Fremont mortgage payment average $4,590, property taxes 1.2, which is about $1,200 a month. Home insurance, again, red alert on that, double check, about $125 a month. Utilities $125, internet $75, groceries $425, public transportation, dining out. So now you're looking at $6,918. So that's quite a bit of difference. You think about it, nearly $3,000 more for living in the city. That's a good gap for you to consider. And again, preference, family status, etc., etc. And if you have the flexibility, then you can exercise your options and see which one is better for you. Okay? Now we'd like to talk to you about Fremont jobs opportunity. So Fremont, one of the advantages of Fremont is the diverse job market. So number one, we have Tesla. Tesla, as you already know, is one of the biggest companies as far as electric vehicles for clean energy. This is the largest employer in Fremont, by the way. Thankfully, it's my understanding that the relocation to Texas did not work out. Therefore, they remain in Fremont, and that's huge, thankfully, I believe, for not only Fremont residents, but a lot of other residents around the Bay Area. I have plenty of clients that work for Tesla. They seem to be very happy and well compensated, and their job stability seems to be a good driving factor. So major productions are in there. So then number 2, we have Lam Research. Lam Research is semiconductor processing equipment and has a very significant presence in Fremont as well. So another really good employer there. Then we have Western Digital. We all know, very large company as well. It's known for data solutions and is a major player in Fremont's employment landscape. So another really good one. Number 4, Washington Hospital. Amazing healthcare system there. It's a key healthcare provider and offering numerous jobs in the medical field. I have personally helped a couple of doctors on relocating from out of the state due to a job opportunity with Washington Hospitals. That's really good. So there you have it. A very, very large employers in there. Okay. Fremont Unified School District is another one. It does employ a large number of educators. So that's another amazing company there as part of the education. Seagate, another great employer company. They also specialize in data storage and they're contributing to a significant amount of local employment. So really, really good. As far as flexibility, let's talk about flexibility. We mentioned before that sometimes if you have a company that gives you the flexibility to work online or virtual or remote, at least a couple of days, that will give you some flexibility to expand your horizons and potentially see what's around Fremont. As I mentioned also before, there is a really good amount of buyers who are pursuing other cities like Pleasanton. That is really nice city as well, and their schools are amazing. So if you happen to be like my past client who were overbid several times in Fremont and they choose to broaden their horizons, and before you know, they are now on a home as of last month. I delivered the keys and they are extremely happy with the area. They do drive very little because again, they are several days virtual, and then when they have to go in person, they do their best to avoid peak hours as much as possible, and that allows them to get a larger home for a very similar price with a great school. So think about that, and that potentially will make sense for a lot of the buyers. As far as flexibility, Tesla normally is in person. Why? It's a manufacturing role, so potentially some more corporate or engineering position may offer remote locations, but most of the workforce is in-house and has to be in person. Lam Research does offer some flexibility. For many corporate and technical roles, will offer remote positions depending again your position. Let's talk about Western Digital. It does provide remote work opportunities for various positions, particularly in software development, IT, and some administrative roles. Seagate, similar to Western, since they're in the very industry, also offers some remote work, so something to consider as far as engineering, IT, and some administrative functions. Okay, so now let's talk about climate in Fremont. Fremont happens to experience a Mediterranean climate with warm, dry summers and mild, wet winters. So winter, December to February, we have an average of 58 to 63 Fahrenheit, and the average lows at 42 to 45. So really mellow lows, if you think about it. Rainfall, most of the annual rain occurs during these months. Spring, March to May, we have an average highs of 63 to 73. Now, this has changed. You know how climate is kind of changing from time to time, and this year, I believe everybody in the Bay Area has experienced some crazy weather. Average lows 45 to 50, and rainfall does decrease gradually. Summer, June to August, we have the average highs 78 to 83. But again, this year, and I believe last year too, but this year we already experienced 102, 103, maybe even 104 if I'm not mistaken, a couple of weeks ago. So it's been getting warmer for sure. And the very next week, which is this week, we went back to 78. So very mellow, it's very different. It was kind of humid, especially today, it was very humid. And we're talking third week of July right now. If you are listening this potentially during the same time frame, but this is the end of second week of July. We are in the kind of a humid, it's different. It almost feels tropical. If you enjoy tropical, this is the kind of weather. A little sticky, a little breeze, but kind of warm, even though the sun is not directly hitting, but obviously behind the clouds, it's kind of there. So it feels a little different there. Average lows, 55 to 58. This morning, when I was going to the gym, I was about well, 52, a little breeze. So it's feeling a little cold, but nice, okay? Rainfall, very little rain. We don't have any rain, particularly in this time of the year. Fall, September to November, we have the average highs 72 to 80 and the average lows 51 to 55. Rainfall start to increase slightly. Overall, you think about it, Fremont enjoys very mild and comfortable weather year-round. It's a very desirable place to live, especially because of the weather. What I suggest if you happen to be from out of the area is to visit in different seasons to get the feel for the climate, especially if you are sensitive to any particular season. So it would be a very good idea for you to stop by come in winter, during summer. That way you can experience, each season on its own. Now let's talk about recreational activities, which are extremely important, especially for families. So Fremont offers amazing amount of recreational activities. There is no excuse, honestly, not to be active in Fremont. So plenty of other activities. We have the Mission Peak Regional Preserve, Lake Elizabeth nearby. Regional Park, we have Coyote Hills. And Coyote Hills, as you know, offers trails, picnic areas, bird watching, Quartz National Regional recreation areas. We have swimming, boating, fishing. You name it. Fremont does offer all of that and more. As far as fitness, plenty to choose from. So fitness center, we have 24-hour fitness. I don't know if you check 24 hours, but if you haven't, please do. I joined recently. I'm very active and I decided to check it out because one of my daughters joined. I said, well, let's go check it out. I was surprised. It's like Costco times 4 in size. Incredible. There is no machine they don't have. It's amazing. So I think, and it's incredibly, the price is very friendly. So what a gift. Excellent facilities, clean, open 24 hours, literally. You didn't have time, I think you can make time. It doesn't matter what time they will be open. So gym, group classes, personal training, the spa, the pool, cycling, the stairs, masters, elliptical match. Amazing. They have everything. Then we have club sport. Club sport in Fremont, really nice also. Extensive fitness equipment, classes, wellness program. It's more like a private setting. Extremely good as well. So again, really good opportunities to do that. As far as leagues and recreational sports, they have plenty of adult sports leagues. Basketball, soccer, softball for adults. I'm talking about adults. Let's talk about youth. For children and young adults, plenty of opportunities to join soccer, baseball, swimming, basketball, for every possible age. You know how important it is to take our children into those events and make sure they belong to a community where they're going to be surrounded by nothing but good habits, discipline, and good vibes. That's super important. Take them away from those phones and those tablets for a few minutes a day, hopefully more. Extremely important. As far as community events, we have the Fremont Festival of the Arts. Really nice. It has annual, you have art, music, every possible type of food. Then you have the Niles Festival of Lights Parade. Really nice. It's a holiday parade and celebration in the Niles District. Really nice. So plenty of choices. There is no excuse to literally run out of plans in any weekend. You can simply search anything and just Google about local activities for the weekend. You'll be surprised. There is always something going on. So plenty to do outside. Okay, and by the way, we just released a free guide where I can give you some things about moving to Fremont. So please make sure you check that out. Everything that I mentioned here and a lot more is in that guide. So take advantage. The guide is free and it has plenty of descriptions on everything you need to take advantage in the city of Fremont. So please look at the description and there will be a link in there for you to get that guide. So please enjoy the guide. It has plenty of good resources for you. Okay, so now it's time to talk about educations and schools in the city of Fremont. Education system is for sure excellent. Fremont has and is well known for having excellent schools, which is a big draw for families. The Fremont Unified School District serves the area and is well regarded for its high academic standards and diverse programs. Schools like Mission San Jose High are often ranked among the top in the state, which speaks volumes about the quality of education here. So again, really plus is a great plus when it comes to Fremont schools. Families love Fremont because the school focus not just on academic, but also on extracurricular activities in personal development. There are plenty of opportunities for students to engage in sports, art, and STEAM programs, making it a well-rounded educational experience. So that's, again, a big plus for the city of Fremont. The community commitment to education is evident, and the support for the schools, whether through local events, parent-teacher associations, or community initiatives, is really strong. The partnership between the schools and the community helps maintain such high standards and keeps Fremont's reputation stellar. This means the children are not only getting a great education, but also growing in a supportive and enrichment environment. It's no wonder so many people are eager to move to Fremont for the schools alone. So in summary, Fremont offers plenty of educational options, including private, public, and even charter schools. So plenty of opportunities for children to really shine when it comes to educational system. So that's one of the highlights for Fremont. And don't forget fun. We're gonna have some shopping and dining coming up, okay? Coming up soon. Okay, so now let's talk about shopping. Shopping, one of the best shopping centers in Fremont is Pacific Commons Shopping Center. It's a bustling hub in Fremont and offering a wide array of retail stores and dining options, as well as entertaining venues. You find everything from major brands to unique boutiques, making it a great place for day out shopping. You can find stores like Target, REI, and Sephora, along a wide range of specialty shops. If it's not just about shopping, the center also has movie theater and various events throughout the year, making this a very, very vibrant community. So really good shopping center there. Now, what about dining? Whether you are in the mood for a quick bite or a sit-down meal, Pacific Commons has very good options. From fast food to upscale restaurants, there is something for every taste and every budget. So now, let's talk about the top rated restaurants in Fremont. In no way this is putting one restaurant below another. In general, I'm just gonna mention the top 6 restaurants in Fremont. If you happen to be a restaurant owner and you're not here, by all means let me know and I'll be happy to include you in my next review. Every restaurant has something valuable to offer, and that what makes Richmond so attractive. The amount of food you can find for every possible cuisine is incredible. So let's talk about Massimo's. This is a fine Italian restaurant and is known for delicious pasta and elegant atmosphere. So next we have Sala Thai, really good place that serves authentic Thai cuisine, a modern twist and a local favorite for flavored dishes. Really nice. Happy John, French American. This restaurant offers sophisticated dining experience with a great selection of wines. So again, taste for anyone and every occasion. Aniki's Sushi. If you are a sushi lover, you found your place. Aniki's offers fresh and creative sushi, rolls in a really lovely setting. So very nice. So that's for Anishi's. Talk about Country Way, classic American dining, known for a hearty breakfast and friendly service. Last but not least, we have Ding Dumpling House. Famous for its Chinese dumpling and noodles, the spot is perfect for a casual, delicious meal any time of the week. So there you have it. And there's plenty more, I'm telling you. I need to have another video exclusively for restaurants. There is too many of them, and I almost feel bad not being able to mention all of them. But that will be another topic. So again, if you have any restaurant in particular that you really like and you would like me to review it here, by all means. Because of the nature of my business, I eat out a lot, various times of the day, and I'm always very proactive when it comes to reviews. Potentially, I may have a link to my Google reviews when it comes to restaurants, and I happen to be in the top 10% reviewers in California. For the same reason, I'm very proactive and I'm very conscious about always recognizing good value and good food anywhere I go. Again, because of my business, I'm always eating out, always trying something new. So again, if you want your restaurant or you happen to know of a good restaurant you want me to review, by all means, I'll make a point to it, and I'm gonna have a video that's gonna talk exclusively about the delicious meals and dinner and lunch and even breakfast available out there for every possible taste. So please make sure you mention that, and I'll do my best to include it in my next review. Okay? Now let's talk about highways and freeways. Fremont enjoys convenient access to 2 major highways. The I-880 that runs along the western edge, providing a direct route to Oakland and San Jose. Then Then we have the I-680 that cuts through the eastern side, connecting Fremont to Pleasanton and other East Bay cities. To me, 680 is to me personally, 680 is the best. And they are almost done building an extra 2 lanes, which is making life so much easier when it comes to drive back and forth. It's incredible. They're really improving that freeway. Within Fremont, the average commute times would range from 15 to 25 minutes, and to Silicon Valley, which is important to know, the commutes to tech hubs like Palo Alto and Mountain View typically takes 30 to 45 minutes, depending on traffic. So my best advice on that, if you can, avoid peak hours. That's, to me, is huge. You can cut your commute drastically. If you can, avoid literally early enough before peak hours, or just do another errand, maybe have a little dinner, light dinner or a snack, and potentially later on the traffic will really move on. So if you can, avoid traffic peak hours, okay? As far as public transportation, we have the Bay Area Rapid Transit, BART. They have 2 stations, Fremont and Warm Springs, or south of Fremont, offering really easy access to the greater Bay Area. AC Transit provides plenty of local bus services, enhancing connectivity within the city and nearby areas. Cycling and walking, Fremont does promote, as far as cycling, dedicated bike lanes, pedestrian-friendly pathways, making it really easy for residents to offer eco-friendly transportation options, weather permits. Okay, so overall, Fremont's transportation infrastructure, it is within access to major freeways, efficient public transit, and commitment to substantial travel, making commuting and getting around very convenient and very efficient. So really good service when it comes to public transportation. Now, let's talk about healthcare in Fremont. We have plenty of hospitals and medical centers. Another reason why people want to live in Fremont. Washington Hospital, as we mentioned before, is an amazing hospital healthcare system, a major healthcare provider offering comprehensive medical services, including emergency care, specialized treatments, and outpatient services. Then we have Kaiser. Kaiser Permanente Fremont Medical Center provides a wide range of medical services. Specialists under one roof, known for the integrated healthcare model. So really good for families under the blanket of Kaiser Permanente coverage. Then we have clinics and urgent care. Fremont has several clinics and urgent care centers providing convenient and timely medical care for non-emergency situations. Hopefully you don't have that kind of situation, but we all, as families, sometime or another end up in the emergency room. It's just part of life. And Fremont, again, is well known for having really good facilities when it comes to that. Now, one more important topic here is safety. Let's talk about safety in Fremont. So we have plenty of police and fire department coverage, which is another plus. Fremont Police Department ensures community safety through patrols, crime prevention programs, and community engagement initiatives. There's always presence. You know, when you feel safe, you want to see the police presence, they're very present. Every time I'm in the neighborhood, it's nice to see that police is always somewhere nearby. Extremely important. Fremont Fire Department, another amazing service, provide fire protection, emergency medical services, disaster for response, you name it. Now, last but not least, crime rates. Let's talk about crime rates. Very important. Fremont is considered one of the safest cities in the Bay Area. You probably know that by now, but it's worth mentioning. Very low crimes compared to other nearby cities. The community and local law enforcement works together and maintain a safe environment. So, extremely important. Low crime, Fremont's number one. Okay, now let's talk about community programs. Very important community programs are offered in Fremont. One of the first one is Fremont Facility Resource Center, or FRC. This particular center offers a range of services, including family counseling, financial assistance, health services to support families or individuals in need. They also have plenty of neighborhood crime watch programs. This aims to reduce crime through our communities, vigilance, and collaboration with local enforcement. Really important. Then we have Fremont Recreation Services. This provides various recreational programs for all ages, sports leagues, fitness classes that we also covered in the past, and cultural activities. Now, next in our list, we have the Tri-City Volunteers, TCV. Operates a food bank and a thrifty store, providing essential resources and support to low-income residents. That's really nice, because not everybody is in good shape. Sometimes they need some help. So it's nice to know that if for some reason a family is in need, there is also services for them. So kudos to this organization. Thank you. Then you have the Youth and Family Services, also known as YFS. They offer counseling, crisis intervention, support services for at-risk youth and their families. Next, we have Emergency Preparedness Program, extremely important. This educates residents on disaster preparedness, ensuring community resilience in emergencies. The programs contribute significantly to the well-being and safety of Fremont residents, fostering a strong and supportive community. Fremont offers various community safety programs, including Neighborhood Watch that I mentioned, safety workshops, and emergency preparedness training. In conclusion, Fremont provides excellent healthcare services with top-notch hospitals and clinics, maintains a strong safety record, making it a great place for families and individuals. The combined efforts of healthcare providers, services, public safety officials, all these contribute to a health and secure living environment. Another reason why Fremont is such a desirable city. Next in our agenda, and this is, by the way, our last topic for the day, is things that you didn't know and very cool facts about Fremont, California. Niles SNA Silent Film Museum. Fremont is home of the Niles SNA Silent Film Museum, located in Niles District. This museum celebrates the history of silent film, especially the work of Charles Chaplin, who filmed several movies in the early 1900s. The museum offers a fascinating glimpse into the early days of cinema and hosts a regular silent film screen with live piano accompaniment. That's pretty cool. That's very unique. Then we have Mission San Jose. One of the coolest historical landmarks in Fremont is the Mission San Jose. Founded in 1797, that's quite a bit, 1797. It's part of the chain of 21 California missions and offers a rich history, beautiful architecture, and a museum showcasing artifacts from the mission's past. Very interesting. Next, we have Central Park and Lake Elizabeth. Fremont Central Park is a gem, featuring the beautiful Lake Elizabeth. The parks offer a variety of recreational activities, including boating, fishing, picking, and water park. It's a favorite spot for residents to relax and enjoy the outdoor activities. Next in our list, we have Ardenwood Historic Farm. This working farm and parks offers a setback in time with Victorian-era farming practices. Visitors can explore the historic Patterson House, see farm animals, and participate in seasonal events like the Harvest Festival. What can be better than a family-oriented activities? It doesn't get any better than this. That's why more and more people want to live here. One more beautiful fact that I probably mentioned briefly before is the diverse cuisine. Fremont boasts a vibrant culinary scene, reflecting the diverse population. You can find authentic Indian, Chinese, Afghan, and Mexican cuisine among others, making it a food lover's paradise. Count me on. I cannot run out of restaurants in Fremont. It's incredible. It's delicious, okay? Last but not least, we have the innovation and technology. Fremont is part of Silicon Valley and hosts numerous tech companies, including Tesla, that we mentioned, the manufacturing plant, and again, is the hub for innovation, attracting talent from all over the world. These unique aspects makes Fremont a fascinating and vibrant place to live and visit. So if you're planning to move to Fremont, California, this can be an amazing experience if you are well prepared. Don't forget to please download our Fremont relocation guide to help you in every step of the way. The link is in the description somewhere in here in the screen. If you have any questions or need personalized advice, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to help. Again, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you check out this next video where I talk about why you may not want to move to Fremont. Please click on the button right there to make sure you get an alert on our next video. I appreciate your support, and again, thank you for stopping by.